Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, and an Into the Void edition today for your Friday. We're going to have TheMilkan versus Feryr on Blueshift the Ladder Edition. Top right-hand corner, the red Terran player, his name is TheMilkan. And in the bottom left-hand corner, it is the blue Terran player, Feryr. I'm going to call him Fer from now on. I think that's a little bit easier for me to say. Anyway, this is Into the Void. It is my every other week examination of gold. Nope, just kidding, not gold anymore. Just bronze and silver. Just bronze and silver. Replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. Alright, so this is going to be a lobby game, but you probably could have told that from the introduction. And yeah, so we're going to see low APMs. We're going to see kind of weird strategies, but even people down at this level, no build orders. Some of them, anyway. And yep, opening up 2 barracks, going to put on some aggression, no gas, just a lot of Marines at this point for the Milkman, which isn't very good versus Terran, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what is good versus Terran in a TBT matchup in the latest patch, which this is. Usually it's reactored Cyclone, but you can't reactor Cyclones anymore. Oh, yes. Okay, so I did not see this in Home Story Cup, but I heard about it. So basically TVT at the pro level is just basically Proxy Reaper versus Proxy Reaper. Which sounds kind of fun until it's every single game, right? Yeah. Basically the Cyclone nerf just kind of ruined the TVT matchup at this point. I'm looking for a little bit of a balance change from Blizzard to come in the coming weeks and hopefully not months, but you never know. Hey, the Milkman has taken his gas. That's interesting. So Tech Lab here, maybe some Marauders. Feryr, on the other hand, is just going for... Whoa, 1 Rax expand. Okay, so Tech Lab on his barracks. He doesn't have any units whatsoever. The SCV of Feryr does get killed over here, which is bad news bears. Hey, so I have been editing my movies in hit film recently, my videos in hit film, which I think is doing a better job kind of preserving the quality of the video, at least compared to what Windows Movie Maker was doing. I'm not sure what Windows Movie Maker was doing, to be honest. It seemed, I'm not sure, over time, it just seemed to be getting a little bit less and less good. Just less and less quality, a little bit fuzzier, and I'm starting to notice it. And now I'm doing hit film, and it does seem a little bit better, so... Anyway, usually Into the Void games here are pretty defensive. I mean, we really aren't going to see too much aggression here. I did like the scouting from Feryr. The Milkman has done literally nothing to scout what his opponent is up to. Is Feryr making anything? He is not. He has no attacking units. He's not building anything with his barracks. He is now starting to build a Marine, as I have shamed him into doing it. Which I don't feel good about that, but something had to be done. And that command center is going to finish. He's got an engineering bay coming up. He has another barracks coming up. So he's spending his money fairly well. His money's down around 100. Same thing for the Milkman. We're making SCVs at a fairly decent rate here, though nobody is actually making an SCV right now, which... Pro tip from Falcon Paladin, always make SCVs. Always make supply depots. If you're a Terran player, if you're not Terran, disregard that information, but adjust it slightly for your own particular situation and race. Factory coming in from Feryr. I like this. I like what Feryr is doing. Not as much of a fan of what the Milkman is doing. It's a lot of Marines. He's getting stim. He finally is getting a factory here. I guess it's about the same time as the factory here from Feryr. And he has an expansion done too. So I would say the Milkman is ahead at this stage. He's got his base down earlier. His worker count is about the same, actually, as his opponent's. So that's exciting. Starport coming up here, too, immediately for the red Terran player, the Milkman. And Feryr his factory's just about done. He's going to land his expansion out here. He's taking his gas. He has almost nothing to defend this with, which worries me. I mean, you definitely want to wall this off if you're going to wall off at all against Terran, which I don't actually recommend, because if Marines show up here, they can shoot your barracks while you can't hit them, because you have the same range. If you're behind the barracks, you can't hit them when they're in front of the barracks, because that's how it works. So don't recommend walling off this in a TVT situation. Just kind of defend it with units and regulars off. Maybe a bunker. A bunker is a better thing to build here at your front door if you're worried about getting attacked by enemy Marines and Marauders and whatnot. Tank on the way here from the Milkman, and tank on the way here from Feryr. So largely TVT can be boiled down to who has the most tanks in any given situation, in any given engagement. So you do have to watch out for that. If your opponent starts pumping tanks early and shows up and you have like 1 or 2, and they have 4 or 5, it can go really poorly for you because they can trade their tanks out to kill yours, and then suddenly it's 3 tanks versus 0 tanks, and that is just not a place you want to be if you're playing StarCraft 2. So tank productions here, we are working on additional Marines. Army value is 16 to 13. This is definitely 100% an Into the Void game. Is it going to be some aggression here from the Milkman? He's got a medevac. He could pick up and go for a drop. Reaction times are usually not that good in Into the Void. And for that reason, if you're in a lower level, be aggressive, man. Be aggressive. Your opponent's not going to react in time to save all their SCVs if you drop them. Your opponent's not going to react in time if you dive some Hellions in here and start going after their workers. And it's just reaction times are lower, and your aggression has a greater chance to pay off. I mean, even at the pro level, Terrans drop even when their opponent has the ability to save every single one of their drones, right? And it's EVZ. Regardless, it's a nice little push here from the Milkman. It's nothing crazy. It's got a handful of Marines, a tank, a medevac. Both players sitting around 30 workers. The army's a bit bigger for Milkman here, but not by much. APM's hovering around 60 or so in the game, which is actually not that bad, really. I mean, it's 60 actions per minute, right? So that's 1 action every second on average, which means we're seeing some pretty good play, some spamming possibly as well here. Anyway, here come the Marines. Here comes a tank. We have a tank and about the same army composition over here for Feryr. However, he does not have this. Oh, he does have a starport. Holy what? Does he have a medevac? No, he has not made a medevac. He is throwing down a reactor. He thinks he can reactor out medevacs, but he cannot. I don't know about this. 2 tanks. Remember what I said about the tank count really mattering? 2 tanks versus 1 tank. Ooh, that was even in siege mode. Another tank should probably go in siege mode. I'm not kidding, dude. You should probably siege mode this. Can you see this? No, actually staying out of range really nicely here. Is this medevac? I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. This tank is going to wander into range and then immediately die. All right, well, now just... No, the Milkman. Don't... He kind of had the right concept. You do want to rush tanks with bio, but not if your opponent has a ton of bio supporting it. All of your stuff will die at that point, as we saw. So pretty good hold there by Feryr. Do you like the tank positioning? You can't run up on it and kill it. You have to kind of go through this way to get there. And then your units can defend at the same location, which I really like a lot. Is that... what on earth? Is he getting the transformation servos? It's the one where your units can transform from their different forms more quickly, including Hellions to Hellbats and Vikings, but not tanks. And I don't think Thors. I know that tanks are not included in that. So I'm not sure what the servos upgrade here is for exactly. It doesn't help Widowmine's burrow faster either. I wonder if he intended to get the Burrow Mine's tunneling claws upgrade. The Widowmine's tunneling claws upgrade, which allows them to burrow faster and remain permanently cloaked even after they have fired, which is how they used to be back in some early Legacy of the Void stuff, but has not been the case for a while. Are you the Milkman? No. The Milkman, don't do it. Okay, he's checking for a 3rd base. That's good. Scouting is fine. I'm okay with scouting. I do support scouting. He doesn't see a 3rd base, which is a good thing to see. And is he actually... he's walling off this secondary ramp here too, which is fine, except you have additional attack paths over this way and over this way that you'd have to worry about. So I don't know how much it helps you to have this, if you know what I mean, Gene. Alright, well, it's a decent scan there. Has Feryr scouted in a while? No, man, he hasn't scanned. He doesn't know what his opponent has. He doesn't know about the secondary wall. What is your plan here, Feryr? He's making additional barracks. Again, barracks units do not benefit from that upgrade. In fact, nothing here does. So I don't know why he got that upgrade. Maybe he thought it was something else, but that's generally how Into the Void can sometimes go. So the Marines make it home safely. Both players have stim, but Feryr is sitting on +1/+1 for his Marines, whereas they're 0/0 for the Milkman. And is he gonna... oh, this looks like a drop. Okay, the Milkman, I'm liking this. I'm liking a big old juicy drop right inside the main base as all of the army as Feryr is out here. If you can kill his economy and really force him to replace those SCVs instead of building stuff that he wants to build, which again includes Marines, Marauders, tanks, Widowmines. Oh, snap. Are we going to base race this thing by accident? Well, I mean... okay, base races are sometimes intentional, but in this case, I do not think it would be intentional. So yeah, we're moving out with a drop for the Milkman, and Feryr, it looked like he was going to set up for a push out here sooner rather than later. Oh, and Feryr's dropping too. Ooh, so simultaneous drops. All right. This is interesting. This is some interesting stuff. Medevac's heading south, 1 medevac heading north. Still a decent army. Actually, there's not much of an army defending at all here for the Milkman. Milkman, army supply, suddenly down 20. He was doing real good early, but he's kind of falling off here. He's got 3,500 minerals in the bank. 4,000 minerals and 900 gas in the bank here. So here comes the drop. into the main base. A lot of SCVs are dying. Reaction time is not that bad from Feryr. He's coming up. But you should run your SCVs if you're going to do this. And then, is he going to just pick up? No, he's going to engage and die. Milkman struggles with this. Oh, no, he picked up. He learned his lesson. But unfortunately, there are Marines on the ground. And another full medevac dies, just about full. And one medevac does manage to make it home. Coming on in is Feryr. He wants revenge. He wants revenge. Ooh, there's a Thor out for the Milkman. Fantastic. Don't see enough Thor production in TVT. They're fun. I guess they are a good response to battle cruisers, which we have seen in the past. Oh, just a Widow Mine drop. That's all this is. Well, there's your burrow. See, slow burrow. And boop. Nicely done. And visible, right? Visible here to the Terran player when they're burrowed, so they don't have the Tunneling Claws upgrade. Oh, don't even... Oh, no! He came in to try to kill them, and additional Widow Mines came in. That is brutal! That is some brutal stuff. 15 workers killed, 12 workers killed. Both players have lost a ton of stuff right now. 29 to 27 workers, and it's just not looking good for anybody economically at this stage. The Thor waddles over, and wipes out. Did he just kill one of his own SCVs? What? Hold on. Thor comes up. Widow Mines are all gone. I think that... Yep, the Thor said, "Let me put you out of your misery." No. Oh no. Alright. Well, Feryr's pushing across now. His army supply is 86 to 48. It is basically double what the Milkman's is. Losing those 2 medevacs was not good. Not good for the Milkman. He also has a tank, which is not great for him. Oh yeah, 2 tanks on this. Never mind, he's got 2 tanks here. Just nothing really supporting them. And this is where you can push on tanks. If your enemy doesn't really have any bio supporting the tanks, you can push on them and kill them. Which is exactly what Feryr did. And Vikings swinging on over, trying to pick these medevacs out of the sky. I like that job for sure. But it is definitely favoring Feryr right now. Tanks coming home for Feryr. Why are you coming home? Are you worried about an attack somehow? Vikings doing some pretty good work against those medevacs, injuring them at the very least, making them more susceptible to pickoffs later on. Any damage you can get done in StarCraft is good. If you can't take down an entire base, bruise it if you can. Hit it a few times, bring it down on HP, and the next time you want to attack it, it'll be easier to kill. And I like this. Again, you're not necessarily getting full damage every time you come in. He's pulling back as necessary. This is a pretty decent micro out of the Milkman. His APM is spiking into the 200s with all of this clicking he's doing on these Vikings. I like it. I like it a lot. And Feryr's actually heading home here. Alright, fair enough. These Widow Mines for Feryr are up here. I'm not sure if he forgot about them. It is something that we see from time to time, is drops especially can get forgotten by Terran players, even at a higher level. We cast, well, me and Laughing Games, out on the Africa World 26 on Africa TV, which is a streaming site you should probably look into because I'm out there quite a bit. I guess, I don't know, there's been a link in other videos, but just search Africa and Laughing Games. Laugh N-G-A-M-E-Z. You'll have a good time. Did he come back in? Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here? Whoa, he just burrows all of them. Yeah! Okay, that could have been better. I think if he'd staggered it a little bit. But yeah, 23 workers killed by Feryr. Oh, he burrows them back here and hopes they get... Oh, hopes they're not spotted. What is this?
Your forces are under attack.
Ah, the sneak flank attack from Feryr. The Thors are gonna go down. The tanks are gonna go down. All that's left is this bile from Milkman, and there's tanks remaining for Feryr. Are you kidding right now? Wow, I don't know if that was intentional by Feryr. Oh, the Milkman is out. I do not know if that was intentional by Feryr or not, but dang. Dang, he got the secret flank attack, kills both the Thors and all the tanks of the Milkman. He has 4 tanks remaining. Okay, fair enough, but they're back here. They're hiding on back here. The Widow Mine drops, combined with the wiping out of his army. He just saw the writing on the wall. He was trying to get a 3rd base down, actually. He was harvesting from a 3rd base, which is not too shabby, but he recognized what was going on. There's defense here, there's offense here. There's really not much back home by way of the Milkman's defenses, and he tapped right out. So a little bit of a weird into the void there, but they always are. There was a little bit odd. And again, the aggressive player generally wins. I did like the 1 drop the Milkman did. I did like the 1 attack the Milkman did. It wasn't executed well here. It was not super well executed in the main base either with that other drop. The Widow Mine pressure was fantastic. And then Feryr, just right place, right time, man. Just ready to go. Ready to attack if necessary. So good job by him. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on, looking for reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void